First off, want to thank everybody that came out and helped. We had a lot of table work. Larry Hamilton did a lot of work kind of getting that thing set up and squared away, and Dan Summerhays pretty much ran the operation of the tournament, and we had a lot of other volunteers, so I want to make sure that we appreciate those people and let them know that we truly appreciate it, because it's a lot to ask for having people come and sit from 9 a.m. till or 8:30 till 5, 6 o'clock, so it's an investment of a day, and we appreciate it, and it ran as smooth as it could run. I think Larry said the only problem was when he had to run a table for a little bit and he messed up the clock, so that's pretty good. But we just want to thank everybody that came out. As far as the performance, it was a pretty good field, a lot of good competition. We got to see where some of our guys were at, and having 3 champs and finding the finals is always a good thing, and having a lot of guys place. I think we got a pretty good idea of some areas that we need to continue to work on and spend time in, and we'll continue to do that. Just got to get guys more ready, or like the break-in period for a match has got to be shorter. So we're kind of taking a whole period to break in, and then we start getting going. We got to have the motor running a lot quicker, a lot sooner. So I can think of some situations with quite a few of our guys that we got to get the motor running sooner. So we got to figure out how to get that trigger to happen and get that response instantly. And we'll work on that and working on finishing shots. And there's some areas that we know we have to spend time in, and we'll continue to spend time in there. And then individually, you see some things on guys, and we'll spend time there too. So, our guys are trying to hammer those finals and finish strong in their semester. I know that we have a dual meet on Thursday in the West Gym, so we'd appreciate anybody and everybody that can come out. We'll wrestle Ellsworth. Yeah, we lost a couple home dual meets when we moved to the MAC this year. A couple teams were supposed to come in and ended up not coming in, so we had to scramble a little bit and find an opportunity to have a home meet. So I think if you bring a toy, you bring a canned good, you get in for free. So it was a great idea that they put together, and come out and bring a toy or bring a canned good and get into the meet for free and help a good cause. So we appreciate seeing you out there on Thursday. Any questions?
After Thursday, is there anything before Midlands, or how are you guys going to approach that I guess you call it a break?
Yeah, it's a break, and guys need a little bit of break time. Friday we'll meet, and then guys can go home. And a lot of our guys are pretty local, so there'll be guys around. There used to be a Dubuque tournament that would have been on Saturday, but I guess they're not having it this year. So I would like to send a few guys there, but it's not happening this year. But our guys will have some time home and be able to relax and get away from the coaches a little bit, and come back the 26th and have a couple days, and then get ready to go to Midlands. So looking forward to that.
Is this a dangerous time of year for a wrestler with the holiday season and being able to go home, the home cooking and all that?
We talk about it all the time, as being disciplined and being having some moderation, not going crazy and wild, but being able to just kind of relax. I think is good for these guys. They've trained hard we've had a couple really good training cycles, so some time away is really not going to hurt them. It'll help them right now, and that's what try to get guys to understand, that if you not get too far away, but be able to get away from it really will help them in the second half of the season. Because once we come back and we have Midlands, and it's you look at the schedule, it's every weekend after that. So this break is much needed just for a lot of reasons. But I'm sure some guys will come back a little bit heavy. That's the nature of it. That's how it happens in wrestling a little bit. Guys have a tendency to overdo it, but we'll try to impress upon them the importance of not doing that. Because Midlands can be affected just because it's a 2-day tournament, and it's a pretty good tournament, so we got to have weight control. Be mindful of it when we're in there at home. So I guess it's a probably tough time for everybody. I think everybody puts on a few pounds at Christmas time. So
How many plan on taking Midlands as of right now?
we got 12 spots, and we'll take all 12. Sometimes some extra spots open up, and we'd like to take as many as we can. I know we want to. There's a few guys that I would like to see. There's a few weights that I think are still up in the air. If you look at it, there's still some competition. At some of these weights. At heavyweight, at 65. 41, 49, about almost up and down the lineup. You know, there's a few spots that are pretty solidified right now, but there's still a lot of question marks, and there's a couple young guys that I'd like to get into that tournament too. So we'll see. We'll have to. I don't know what we'll do. Maybe we'll go takedowns forward, or we'll go paper, rock, scissors. I'm not sure how we'll decide, but we'll figure out how to get those spots, and we'll fill them up and have 12 guys there ready to wrestle, and hopefully maybe a few more. We'll work on that.
Coach, you took a pretty principled stand last week in what you did, and I mean, I know a lot of coaches wouldn't be able to do what you did. I mean, dismissing one of your best wrestlers. I mean, how difficult of a decision was that for you?
I mean, it's in the press release. I mean, there's certain standards that you got to hold up to on and off the mat, and when you don't do it, there's consequences, you know. And I'm hoping right now that he's studying and taking care of his finals and is going to finish them strong. Yeah, I mean, you know, hope for the best. There's still a door open for him to come back next year and have that opportunity. So first and foremost is he's got to take care of his schooling, and you know, then we go from there. You know, we try to help the guy any way that we can.
Are there some guys that need this kind of a wake-up call to really bring it into focus?
You don't want to have to go this far for some guys. You know, you hope that you can snap them in pretty quick, but you know, wrestlers are pretty hard-headed guys, so it can be tough. But yeah, I mean, hopefully this is something that, you know, we've talked about. It can change him and help him in the future. It will, if he takes it the right way. It will.
Back to the UNI Open, whether it was somebody that won it or not this weekend, who were you most impressed with, Coach, on how they did this weekend?
Most impressed with, I don't know. I mean, sometimes I'm probably a pretty tough critic on our guys, pretty hard on them. You know, the 3 champs I thought wrestled pretty well. I think Bonet's gaining steam as he goes. You know, even though Peter's lost a couple matches, we get an idea of where he's at. You know, there's going to be a lot of battles with one of those guys in the future. There's going to be a lot of battles with those 2 guys. And no one, you know, the 3 champs stuck out to me pretty well. You know, even some of the guys that lost matches, they lost tight, close matches. I mean, but we got to win those. You know, and I'm going to keep saying that those are the ones that are going to make the difference. The tight, close ones are the ones that make the difference. The blowouts, those are gimmies. The close ones where it could go either way, those are the ones we got to start putting on our side more and more. And you know, we'll just keep evaluating and getting better. Anything else? Have a happy holidays. I think we'll have one next week. We got one more card, so I don't have to say that yet. But thanks for coming out. We'll see you on Thursday in the West Gym. Thanks.